Atlanta, live from K.L.P. Studios. Shush. Ever wonder what went down behind the scenes of our top stories?
Say what?
Then tune into What Had Happened Was, the only radio station that takes you straight to the source. From coast to coast, tune in now as we dive deep into the stories, the drama, and the moments that shape the culture with
The Swanky One, new K.L.P.
and
with your girl, Evelyn Letitia.
live, Swanky 93.3 and the Heat 94.6 radio stations, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Big guy. SpongeBob. Big guy. You know that song?
Yeah, we were doing
Big guy. Oh, you said
I
wham.
didn't do that. It's still a little
It's like,
sore and tender.
mm.
What you know about?
All right.
Is we ready?
We ready?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Yes, I know. Ain't no music playing.
We ain't ready. I knew that was something I forgot to do. Right? We over here socializing.
I just knew that music was about to start playing.
Now we good. I think we good.
Oh my God. Are you sure, Muffin Man?
Muffin Man. Yeah.
Yes, Okay. Because I was like, what?
You hit the best out of that button. Hey.
What had happened was,
Oh, Lord. So skipping.
what had happened was,
Y'all, we is back.
We back, y'all.
Baddest podcast in the
what
land.
happened was,
Make sure y'all are following us at WHHW Radio 1 on Instagram.
what had happened
And What
was,
Had Happened Was podcast on Facebook. I'm your girl, Evelyn Letitia, with my homeboy, Kennedy Lucas Patterson.
Boy, howdy. Boy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen.
what had happened
It's been too
was,
long.
You are tuned in to the baddest.
what had happened
Ladies
was,
and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all know what time it is. Cameras on, lights are on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting podcast today. And I know we missed a couple of weekends and weeks. We got a good excuse because it's been snowing.
Yeah.
So we hope that everyone is staying safe first and foremost. By the time you're watching this episode, snow has been melted and we're back to normal. We had a little bit of rain today, but we hope that everyone stayed safe. We hope that everybody didn't panic buy the last 2 weekends because a lot of people freaked out at the grocery store to eat. Everybody's going to the grocery store buying water bottles and tissues and whatnot. But welcome. We're happy that you guys tuned in. Again, they love us over at Instagram. A lot of people love our show on Instagram. WHHW Radio 1. By the way, you guys can hit that follow if you like, but please hit that follow. And also on Facebook.
Yes.
What Had Happened Was podcast.
what had happened was,
And let me tell you something.
Tell me.
I've been real good, E.
What you been doing?
I've been up to a lot of things.
Ooh, take me through that.
I love that song. I've been working out to that song. So I've been really good. Podcast is going really well all around, but you know, things are going good. We're gonna do a special Valentine's Day episode, but I have to talk about it. You know, next Saturday is Valentine's Day, and my album comes out, Crown Me Savage Part 2. Now, if you guys know, we took y'all to church in January. So now we in February. Now it's love season in February. So I am excited. Dear Isaiah.
Okay.
We are getting ready to, and I don't want to even knock on wood or jinx myself, but we're very excited. We are now pitching to Prime and Apple TV. We're in talks. So I just fingers crossed, everybody.
Yes.
Pray for us. That movie is out right now on Relay for early access. But when we get to Prime and Apple TV, that's gonna be exciting.
Ready.
It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be
We
really
gonna
good.
claim it.
We gonna claim it. I already claimed it, manifested for
Yeah.
sure. And then my fitness has been going really good. I wanted to talk about it on the show as my catch up because I posted something rather today, but you guys can still see it. It's on over 400 views on that post I did today. I did a before and after type of post.
Yeah.
I posted 2 photos of me way back in the day. Because you saw it and you was like, that's you?
I said, oh, that's different.
Yeah, it's different. My friends, when I had that orange hair, I was called Carrot Top.
That was a choice.
That was
it was a choice. Yeah.
I was young, dumb, like I just want to dye this afro-looking hair that I have. And I'm very, very happy about doing the fitness journey because you can see it. You can see it in my face. You see it in my fingers.
I tell you, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
your consistency in what you're doing.
I was a big boy.
Yeah.
But lately I've been going to the gym, but doing the gym sessions, and I saw it, and the reason why I got inspired to do that post because Facebook does this thing right where it'll show you your memories.
Facebook is messy.
They messy.
You bring up memory. I was like, hold on, who told you to share this?
All kinds of memory. I'm like, oh, I used to look like that.
Yeah.
So it was very fitting because yesterday a lot of the gym trainers, they said, Kennedy, you're still in here doing your thing. You looking good. Your transformation is amazing. One trainer, shout out to K.L.P. He noticed, but he was like, yeah, I can show you to do this. I could that. Like, nah, you're going to bill me for that though if you show me, because you're a trainer. I get the hustle. But I'm very, very excited to have lost that weight. It's something it's been a journey physically, emotionally, intellectually, and just it really got me kind of giddy that, that transformation, I don't even look like that really no more. And it's just kind of a message I wanted to send to a lot of people that are, if you're thinking about losing the weight, whatever weight you're thinking about losing, whether it's your upper body, lower body, it can be done. It's a lot of work. It's hard.
It's consistent.
It's tough. It hurts. Right now I'm sore, but it does work, and it gets it going. I'm very happy about Crunch Nailville because they are getting ready to do a $1 million renovation, well-deserved renovation. And they're adding some new things. They're updating the sauna. They're updating some machines. They're adding some new looks. They're adding more LED warm lighting into their facility. The Crunch Nailville, if you're watching this episode, we hope that you guys update the bathrooms because the bathrooms are kind of gross. It's not to their fault because they keep it clean, but it's just, you got to watch out for other people. But I'm very, very excited for this $1 million renovation that they're getting ready to do for Crunch Nailville. If you guys know, that is really one of the biggest Crunch facilities in the state of Georgia, in the tie with the Tucker location. So I do hope that everyone try your journey today. This is not really an ad for Crunch, but try your journey today. Sign up with Crunch. You're not going to be disappointed. If you guys want to work out with me or say hey to me at Crunch Nailville when I'm there some days, come up and say hey to me. I'm not a monster, not a stranger. I'm very friendly. You might see me bopping and dancing and weaving because I like to dance and sing while I work out, but it's quite amazing. So that's what I've been up to.
What had happened was...
What's going on with you?
Let me tell you something. Last week was an adventure.
I bet it was.
First of all, Wednesday marked the day where we had just come off the ice storm that weekend. And like a lot of the ice had melted, but when there's ice, what people don't realize is that in the areas where there's trees overhanging over the road or shaded areas, it takes a lot longer. And so I had to work that day. And I remember calling my clients, letting them know I was coming. The very first client, they were just like, yeah, you can come if you can get in here. Now, they didn't give me the extent of what that meant. It was just like, it's some ice on the ground. But I'm like thinking little patches here, right? So I get closer to their house, and on the street I'm on, there's like snow and stuff and ice on the side of the road, but the road itself is clear as day. It's like, what was they talking about? And then I get closer to their house. Yeah. Their entire yard looks like a blanket of snow, right? And in the driveway, it looks kind of clear, like some water is sitting there. Yeah. But in the road right in front of their house, there's some ice still. I realized it was ice as I was coming up to it, and I started to slide a little bit. And I'm on a hill, so I just kept going past, and I said, I'll come back up. Right. And there was a man standing in the yard with a shovel, like near the porch. So as I come back up, he's telling me to pull into their driveway. So I pull into their driveway. Yeah. And he's telling me to pull up some more. Because he told me that there was water. He said, oh, you can park over there because that's just water. So I pulled in, but I couldn't pull up any further. And I opened the door to step out. And as soon as I stepped down, my shoe kind of slipped. I said, oh. I said, no, this isn't just water. It's ice. Yeah. And all of that, what I thought was a blanket of snow on that yard that was white, that was completely solid ice. Oh. Thick ice. He was over there with the shovel trying to break up some ice on their porch. He said that they hadn't even left their house since Saturday. Oh. Because they couldn't get out. Like the entire... So I was just like, and I'm trying to like figure out a way. I said, well, maybe if I leave out of their driveway, they had a fence along the yard. I said, I can just drive and park on the side of the road up there because that was in the sun. There was no ice, no snow on that side of the road. Right. I go to back out of the driveway, and my car is sliding backwards. I can't really go back forward because my car is front wheel drive.
Yeah.
And this is my other car. We're gonna get to this the white one.
Yeah.
Right.
This is my white SUV. For you to lead into that.
This is my white SUV that I had.
Yeah.
That I've had since 2023. It was in 2019. I bought it in 2023. And so I'm backing, like I'm trying to get out, but I'm sliding, and I put it in drive trying to go forward, but my front tires are just spinning because now I'm in the roadway, but it's just ice. It's ice on the roadway, so my tire can't get traction, and I don't backed up so much, like slid backwards. My back tires are right on the edge of a ditch behind me. Oh, man. So I put it in park. I put my emergency brake on, and I'm trying to think. Oh, the man is way across the yard with the shovel. And I'm like, oh, he's never going to be able to throw that shovel. This is an older guy, and we were a good 50 yards away from each other. So I'm like, he's not going to be able to throw that shovel over here. So I get out. I said, what can I do? What can I do? I get out, and as I'm out, I'm holding on to the bike rack up top because my feet is slippery. And I go to my trunk, and once I get to the ditch, I'm able to step in that because there's no ice there. I lift my trunk. I get a tire iron. And so I'm literally holding onto the car, going to the front tires, hitting ice with this tire iron. Because I'm like, if I can get down to the roadway, I'll get a little traction to go forward. And I'm doing that, and I'm like, I'm thinking of all the science. I've always been a science and math girly, too. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what helps break up ice fast? Okay, salt helps, melt ice fast. I ain't got no salt packets. Damn. So I'm like, what do I have in here as a nurse? Oh, I got plenty of alcohol. What's it called? Hand sanitizer. Plenty of hand sanitizer. So I'm like getting hand sanitizer. I have my water canister like this that I just drink out of. I had opened the top and dumped all this, hand sanitizer. I'm shaking it up to make a kind of, alcohol-based solution. So I get out. I'm pouring it around the front tires, and it's melting the ice, Yeah. And I was doing good, breaking this ice up. And then the last pass, I go around the car. I'm on the passenger side, holding on to the top. My left leg slides forward. When I tell you, it slid forward. I went up like this, slid forward. Oof. The right leg bent underneath me. I heard my right knee pop.
Oof. Oh, no.
This hand, because I go to like try to grab something and nothing's there but my side mirror. My wrist hits the side mirror of my car. Yeah. This hand comes directly down on the ground on the ice, and I go boom. And the little man said, he said, "You all right?" I said, maybe. I was hurt. And I get back up to my feet, and I get back in the car. And by this time, you get in the car, there's another neighbor. I think he heard me trying to put my car in drive and go forward, but I was having trouble because of the ice. Yeah. So he came out with a shovel, and he was like, "I'm gonna try." He said, "You front wheel drive?" I said, "Yeah." So he goes to the passenger side and puts the shovel at the front of my tire. I said, "Please be careful. I just fell." And so he puts it there, and it gives me enough to where I got some traction and was able to go forward. And I thought I was going to be able to make it to the next few people's houses, but I immediately called my supervisor and people and let them know I took a fall and I was going to do an incident report. And he called me back. He was like, "Do you think you need to go to urgent care?" And by the time he called me, it was like 15 minutes later. I said, Yeah. Because I was hurting. My wrist, both of my wrists were hurting. My right knee was hurting. My lower back was starting to feel inflamed because it felt like it re-aggravated my back from when I had a car accident in 2022. Right. And I went to urgent care and they did all these x-rays. My x-rays were fine. Although my left wrist, it said possible former fracture. I'm like, when I broke my wrist before. Look, I've been playing sports my whole life. So ain't no telling, right? But it was like, everything was intact, but they saw like some evidence of a possible previous break. And I was like, so imagine how tough of an athlete I've been and pushing through stuff to possibly had a broken wrist and kept playing. Right. And so they just put me on some work restrictions. I still could go to work, but like I can't stand. They didn't want me standing or sitting or doing any work like longer than 6 hours. Gotcha. No more picking up more than 10 pounds and stuff like that. So all that happened Wednesday. I had an appointment for Friday to go look at a new vehicle. Hey, hold on. Wait. It was time. That white vehicle I had, when I tell you, that car should have been paid off a year ago. Yeah. That's how much repairs I've been having to make. Last year, 2 different times I had to get a new catalytic converter. Oof. I just put another starter in it. I had to get a whole new starter kit. What's it called? Maybe 3 months ago. Yeah. But I just got one put in 2024. Yeah. I just got brand new drive belts, everything. Flex pipe. I said, and so I don't did all this stuff. So 2 weeks ago, my check engine light comes on. Yeah. Again, I'm like, I know the hell not. I don't be good. Haven't I been good to you people? That's what I want to say. Haven't I been good to you people? But the check engine light came back on, and my car was like making a loud noise. You even said, like, I'm glad you got rid of it.
I mean, to be fair, audience, I mean, her car, her old car, I should say.
You can hear me calling down the neighborhood.
Yeah, I can hear it. Like,
you know how bad. You know how bad it is when somebody at the gas station one time told me, "Hey, yeah, I like your pipes on your car. Who put that on it for you?" I ain't got no pipes on my car. That's how loud the thing was running. I was like, it came with it. That's all I would say. I ain't got no pipes on my car. But I was like, I can't put any more money into this car. Yeah. And the only reason I was trying to, I wanted to finish paying it all because I only had like a little over $4,000 left. So I want to finish paying it all because I want to have a second vehicle anyway. Yeah. But I said, I can't put no more money in this car. So I had a appointment already for that Friday to go to the Hyundai dealership. My previous car was a Hyundai. Shout out to Hyundai. I don't know what kind of cars y'all drive, but Hyundai, them cars are so reliable, great on gas, and they be holding up. Like, before my car got totaled in that last accident, my car was paid off. I had a Hyundai Elantra. I kept my regular maintenance. It's rarely anything I had to do to my car besides the regular maintenance. So I knew if I was going to get another vehicle, it had to be a Hyundai. Yeah. And I had already gone earlier that week and looked at some stuff, and I wanted my big sister to go with me because it's been a while since I purchased any new cars, but I wanted her to be with me because she's a pro at purchasing cars and stuff like that. I say to a lot of people, if you're not really now when I got my car, I had a lot of cars I knew, but to a lot of people, if you don't know anything about dealerships and cars, have a friend go with you. Yeah. So my big sis Adelie, she went with me and helped me get this. There were two Santa Fe's that I liked. And one was like a brown matte color and then with black, and the other one's like a candy red with black. Yeah. And I was gonna test drive both, but when I got to the dealership that Friday, the guy was like, "I was just about to pull them both up for you. Somebody actually just bought the brown one." And I was just like, "Okay, that's cool," because I really love the red one anyway. The brown one had less mileage. Okay. They both were pre-owned by the dealership, so there were no previous owners. The dealership just had them. Right. So the brown one had like a little over 3,000 miles. The red one I ended up buying had like 19,000 miles. Wow. But when I tell you, I love it. All the features, the smoothness of the ride. It's pretty, y'all. It's pretty. And another reason I need a new car is because I had to go to Greensboro and film for our film Aggie Pride. We were doing a promo video. We were supposed to shoot it the weekend prior when the ice storm happened. Right. And it was like, oh, it's going to be an ice storm. Y'all, you don't need to be on the roads. And so for everybody's safety, we canceled. And when we canceled, the ice storm didn't even come until 8 hours outside of our shoot window. So we missed the whole shoot day that we could have done. Yeah, a lot of money put into a shoot day. And so we missed the whole shoot day. So this week coming up to, they were saying, oh, there's going to be a snowstorm, all this kind of stuff. We was just like, in our production meeting, thinking like, okay, we didn't really want to miss another shoot day, and there'd be a false alarm again. Plus, we were trying to specifically have it out so we can put it up by February 1st. Because February 1st, marked the 66th anniversary of the North Carolina A&T 4, who sat at a Woolworths counter in Greensboro, and that's what our film is about. Those four young men. Yeah. So we wanted to make sure we got it up by February 1st. So we didn't want to miss this weekend, and we didn't. We got psyched out the weekend before, so we talked about it. But my gut told me, and this I told you before we started recording. There's a reason why I don't necessarily go against my gut a lot. Because all the times I do, I usually get effed in a big way. So if ever you invite me to do something and I say, you know what, I don't, my gut is telling me, it's not necessarily something wrong with you, or not, I don't want people to take it personally, but I've been through enough experiences to know that anytime I went against that gut feeling, it did not work out well for me, whether in the short run or long term. Like, so I had already voiced, I was like, I don't know. I said, it's supposed to start snowing in Greensboro on Friday night. And stuff like that. So I said, by the time all that snow falls, the roadways are going to disappear, blah, blah, blah. And I ended up leaving. I ended up driving to Greensboro that Saturday morning. I left my house like 4:50.
Yeah.
I didn't see any snow until I hit about Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I got into Greensboro, by that time, they had crews on the road keeping snow off as much as possible. Yeah. But there was a whole lot more snow on the highway on 85 and the auxiliary side roads once I got off to the university because it was continuously snowing since Friday night. Yeah. But we were able to shoot our film. So when you see the promo, and we'll have it shared on our page. When you see the promo, that snow you see in the promo, that is not green screen. That is not AI. That is real snow. We shot that in a courtyard, in a dormitory area on North Carolina A&T's campus. So there's real snow y'all see us in. When we finished, on my way back, when I say
what had happened was
adventure. Yeah. I got on 85 from Greensboro to Charlotte is about an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, depending on the traffic. I was on the road for about 50 minutes. And my GPS still said I was an hour and 50 minutes from Charlotte. I said, hold on now. Hold on. Wait a minute. Slow down. What is we doing? That's what I'm thinking. What is we doing? Yeah. An hour and 50 minutes. I've been on this road for 50 minutes. Yeah. So I called some of my production crew who's also on the road, and they were a little ahead of me. They live in Charlotte. Yeah. So I said, hey, where are y'all at? They said, we about at exit 81, at mile marker 81, but we're at a standstill because there's been an accident. I'm at like 87 at this point. So I'm like 6 exits behind them, 6 miles behind them. And so I said, oh. And so my mind immediately went to when you see cars in the snow, there's an accident and people coming up behind them can't slow down. And so they just keep like, that's all I could picture. So I'm picturing that for safety reasons, but I'm also like, no, not my new car.
Not my baby.
I ain't even had this thing 24 hours yet. When I left the dealership Friday night, when I drove off the lot, it was like 7:50 p.m. At this point in time, it's like maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It ain't even been 24 hours with me and my new baby. And I'm like, oh. But the GPS must have read my energy because it was like rerouting. Yeah. And it was going to try to take me around this accident. So as I come up to exit 84, it tells me to get off on exit 84. So I get off. This is what the problem was. It is daytime. The sky is white. The atmosphere is white. Everything on the ground was white. There was this thick, heavy white snow coming down. When I tell you all you could see was white. I'm talking white. I'm on the steering wheel like this, like trying to look through. I'm like, oh gosh, the windshield wipers, they working, but they ain't working. I'm like, oh my God. So I get off on 85 or 84. And as soon as I get off and whatever, go in the light, what I don't know is what I see as just plain straight across land. Yeah. I'm actually on a hill and don't realize I'm on a hill because everything is white. Oh, yeah. My front passenger side tire hits the top of this hill and I start to slide down this little embankment. I knew enough to turn my wheel to straighten, like make my car go forward and then turn it back straight to level out because if not, I was going to flip. And then I immediately started like, because it was so scary. It happened so fast. And that's never happened to me before. Mind you, I've driven in snow plenty of times. Yeah. Like all the tours that I've done in theater. Right. We've always done winter tours. And I'm talking touring states like Michigan, Wisconsin, York, Illinois. So we were being a 6-passenger, 7-passenger minivan driving through snow. Oh, wow. Never had any problems. So it's not like I wasn't used to it. Yeah. But on the East Coast side, because we really don't have the snow stuff like that, typically I don't go out in inclement weather. Like I said, there was a lot of stuff in the background on why we needed to get this done. And I just felt like as long as I can get back to South Carolina side, I'd be cool because it has not been snowing as much as South Carolina. So I knew the highway would be better. Right. I'm down here in this little ravine. I open my door and there's all the soft snow, but when I get out my car, I'm in about 2 feet of snow. I mean, it's up to my knees. Yeah. And I can't go forward. I can't go backwards. People are stopping. And I told you this. They were like, oh, are you stuck? Baby, I'm glad I have emotional intelligence because my emotional intelligence was like, girl, don't snap at these people because you might need their help. Go ahead. Yeah. You put my sensor on?
Yeah, I did. I was getting there ready. Like, wait a minute.
Look, because they're like, are you stuck? And my emotional intelligence was like, yeah. But the ratchet side of me, the other Scorpio side, deep in the corner in the shadow. She said, "What the it look like?" Like that's what I want to say. I'm out here making cookies. What it look like? Don't you stuck? And I get out. I have these stools in my car, these 2 stools.
Yeah.
I'm literally taking these stools and digging snow from around my car.
Did you go like over the
literally,
like a cartoon?
I'm literally scooping.
Like a cartoon.
And that's another thing. My car came with a care kit in the back, so there's a little shovel that you can pull out. I'm around my tires trying to dig out, and my front tire just kept spinning. There was mud everywhere.
Oh no.
And this one gentleman stopped, and he was like, "Is there a hitch?" There's no hitch. I can add a custom hitch to it, but there's no hitch for somebody to pull me out. Mm-hmm. He said, "Well, if you can get your car going straight," he was like, "you're in a good position because this is a straight road. It'll level back out and go back to the highway. So if you can get going, just keep going." Yeah. Couldn't get going, so I eventually called and put in a request for roadside assistance. Mm-hmm. And they sent me a message saying it'd be about 45 minutes. Yeah. Well, 15 minutes later, these 3 men they show up, and I'm calling my 3 angels. And it was like, again, they said, "How you get down there? You stuck?" And I want to say, "No, I ain't stuck. I'm down here just, planning a birthday party. What the it look like?" But I ain't say all that because my emotional intelligence. You
need help.
You need help. Yeah. Don't do all that. And so these 3 men, 2 of them have like big F450, 150 trucks, whatever. And another one is in like a ATV, like with big tires that can go through the snow. Yeah. And so I was like, well, somebody they said it would hook me up, but we couldn't find any place. So one of the guys, he comes down a little hill in the ravine with me. He gets under my car. He said, "Oh, I see a place I can hook up." So he brings the cable from the truck and hooks it up. And then they tell me to put it in neutral, and they start pulling me out. As they're doing this, I get a call from a towing company. Oh. And I answered, I said, "Hello." She said, "Hi, I'm with such and such towing company. Just trying to figure out where you are so we can get a handle on how to get to you." I said, "Oh, well, your people are already here. They're pulling me out right now." She said, "No, we haven't seen anybody." I said, "Well, there's some guys pulling me out right now." She said, "Well, ask them what company they're with." And so I let down the window. I said, "Excuse me, sir, what company are y'all with?" And he said, "Oh, we're not with a company. We're just good Samaritans pulling people out."
God's angels. God sent them angels.
I was like,
God
say
sent
word.
Them angels. Yeah.
I said, "Ma'am, you can cancel the roadside assistant because they just saved me like $200, right?"
You still have to pay for it now.
Yeah. Like people like, "Oh, I got roadside assistance." Yeah, you still gonna have to pay for that.
For it, yeah.
So I didn't have to pay for it. They pulled me back out, got me back on the main road, and I hopped out the car. I put that thing in park and hopped out. I said, "Thank y'all so much. Thank you." I said, "Look, I don't know if y'all are huggers, and I'm about to go against everything I believe about consent, but I'm gonna hug y'all anyway." And I just hugging them. I'm like, "Thank you so much. Thank you so much." Aww. And they showed me how to get back on 85. And I got on 85. I did about 30 the whole way. Mm-hmm. Once I got to Charlotte and I got close to the South Carolina line, I had to stop because I was about on E. Yeah. But I was looking for an exit that looked like a lot of people was traveling it, and it had to be more flat. Because I said, it's dark at this point, and I was like, I can't go risk the chance of going up a hill off a ramp and then sliding back because there's ice, something I can't see. So I got some gas, got back on the road. I will say once it got dark, my vision on the road got a lot better. Because now I could see the interstate lights. I could see people's car lights as opposed to in the daytime when it was just white everywhere. I mean, everything was white. And I was good. I got back to South Carolina. Once I hit Gaffney, that was the first time I could see any lines on the road. The first time I could see any lines on the road again. Yeah. Got back down 85, got off on 385 to go towards Simpsonville to my house. Was good until I got on the auxiliary road to go to my house. And I was about 2 minutes from my house, and I came up to a red light, and there was no traffic coming. But I clearly could see ice right there. And I was like, oh boy, if I stop, I am not going to gain traction again. My tires going to keep, because this will be the 3rd time this is happening if I try. So I just kept going through that red light. Ain't nothing coming. I looked both ways and kept pushing. When I got to my house, when I left A&T, I got on the road about 1:45. I got to my house. It was 9:30 at night. It took me 3 hours to get up there. On the way coming back home, it said it was going to take me 4 hours. But through all that ordeal and me driving 30 miles per hour the whole way back, it took me about 7 hours to get home. When I tell you I parked that car Saturday, and I ain't left my house again till Tuesday, till yesterday when I had to go to work. The only thing I did Sunday, I backed my car to the garage, and I washed my car in my driveway to get all that salt and all that kind of stuff off of it, because you about to eat my paint up on my new baby, right? But child, that was an experience.
Wow.
Child,
You've had a time.
Child, shout out to those men.
Shout out to those angels.
For just being
those angels.
Beautiful, decent human beings helping people out. Because
I
I also felt a certain way too. I'm like, well, y'all are helping people out, but what happens if y'all get stuck too?
I know. Who gonna help y'all?
And you know, I'm so grateful because I think they said it was like 100 car pile up on 85 that day. Yeah. And like when I was coming back to I saw people on the sides of the road and just flipped over and stuff like that. So I was taking it slower than slow. But all that happened. I know that story was long, but I had to let y'all know what happened. But me and my baby are fine. Yes. You know, he got to see my baby.
Yeah, that baby's nice.
I'm still trying to like think of what to call her, or it might be him, but so far we're referring to as her.
We gonna cut this on Instagram too. So guys, if you're watching the clip, put it on Instagram, like the comments. What do you think Evelyn's new card name should be?
Yeah. Give me something good. Like I said, it's a I'm gonna send you the picture too, so you can put it out there with this clip, like maybe as a. But yeah, that's what happened with that. But because we're making this promo for Aggie Pride, which again I said marked the 66th anniversary of the North Carolina A&T 4. That also brought us into February 1st, which happens to be Black History Month. Yes.
Power to the people.
Yeah. And, you know, one thing about the North Carolina A&T 4, it was 4 young men, college students, who sparked this movement and got other students involved. So I always say this, that when movements happen on a ground surface level, young people have always been a part of that. And sometimes the driving force. Because they're so like full of life and ready to, you know. Whereas we have the older people who have the wisdom to know how we should do certain things. A lot of times, it's the younger generation that has that spark. And just recently, there was a national walkout for high schools and colleges in protest of ICE.
A lot here in Georgia too. A lot of Georgia high schools and a lot of Georgia colleges, they did their walkouts.
Absolutely.
And you know, I understand it. I get it. I do. It's tough times we live in, for sure. I do think a lot of companies, they have to watch closely with this, because what I've been seeing on TikTok with a part of the blackouts and, you know, ICE raids and what have you, a lot of companies they have like stickers of no ICE allowed, or no, we don't want ICE in this facility. But then now they're taking their signs down. A lot of gyms are taking their signs down. Crunch made their statement because they said that some article went out that ICE is going to be raiding a lot of Crunch gyms when it comes down to it. I hope that's not the case, because we don't want that. But I've seen a lot of high schools, some schools that I know personally, they did their walkout, and it was a lot of students walking out, like just walking out. And I get it. I understand it. I think it should lead into a peaceful protest. I do say that to college students, because, you know, I don't want any student to get hurt. If you guys know, you know, I do work in higher education myself as well. So I don't want to see students get hurt, but I understand that, hey, your voice is powerful.
Yeah, and a part of that walkout, there was some students protesting, and this recently happened. There was a man, a white older gentleman, who stopped his car, got out, and approached 2 of the young ladies who were standing on the sidewalk and protesting. Supposedly, there was an altercation of, you know, words being exchanged, and then allegedly this man pushed one of the young ladies on the ground and then began to hit both of the girls. To whereas other students then came and rocked his entire world.
Oh, I bet they would.
And so I got a video that I'll play and let you listen to here. Since then, this man has been arrested. I was trying to go back and find what his name was, but I can't find it at this moment. If I do before this clip is over, then I'll let you know that. But
what had happened
this is that clip here. Let me just play this.
Police are investigating what led to a fight involving multiple young men and women and an older man. Police say they were notified that students from Mo and Jean Johnson High School were holding a walkout protest on RN 967. When they arrived, officers were told that a young woman on the sidewalk and an older man in a vehicle got into a verbal argument, and that escalated into a physical fight.
So that's what happened there. And again, that man, I saw an article that recently said that, you know, he was since arrested. I just cannot find his name at the moment. But that particular video came off the Abolition Heritage page on Instagram.
I wonder, will he get like severe jail time? Because you hit a minor, essentially. So,
well, and the thing is, the moment he let down his window to say anything to those young women, if you were threatening them, if you were saying you was going to beat them, or they should, that was assault right out the gate.
Assault, yeah.
The thing is, people, they misconstrue the definitions of assault and battery. Because I guess, and also I think it's they hear them so closely together all the time. That's one of the reasons why. But you can assault somebody and not have a battery. You can have a battery but not assault. Yeah. Most times they go together because somebody assaulted somebody and battered them. Mm-hmm. Assault is the threat to do bodily harm. So if you tell somebody, I'm going to kick your behind, that's assault. Yeah. Or I'm going to come over there and I'm going to put my foot up here, I'm going to do this. If you're doing threats, verbal threats, that's what assault is. Yeah. The battery is the physical violence that comes with that. So yes, you can have assault and battery at the same time, or you can have them separately. And so them kids are like, not today.
Not today.
Not today.
And I hate to say it, but I mean, I hate that this incident happened, but it's actually pretty good. You got your classmates that are like supporting you in this. Not to say that I don't encourage that.
I encourage it.
I mean, if it happens, it's like, hey, you started it. So
anytime some grown person is going to get out and attack some student,
some kids,
over something as simple as their First Amendment right to protest, and you get out and attack them, you deserve everything that's coming with that. And shout out to the young men who stepped up, because I've seen videos of women getting beat up and accosted, and grown men standing there with their cell phones just recording.
Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen a lot of that. Is even in Atlanta, with the universities in Atlanta, they unfortunately women would get beat up from these stranger men, and now they've gotten better where a lot of men step up because maybe they can't really defend themselves from older men, right? And especially for these two little girls, and you have this older man, you know. But I saw the video, and these kids rocked
the girls and boys jumped him. They sent him right back to his truck. he was walking away like, dang, I can't believe I got beat up by some kids.
Yeah, and it went viral too. And you got arrested.
And got arrested. Like,
look, there comes a time, and for us adults, because kids, let me tell you something. These kids are smart. These kids know. They understand what's going on, and they can catch on to a lot of things, right? And they're our future. So you've got to be a sucker for you to be this grown man, get out of that car, and mess with these kids that's just doing their rights. I think it's sad for him as an adult. He is going viral. I think he's gonna have a stain on if he does get released. Everybody might know his name in this neighborhood. It's like, oh, you the dude that messed around with these kids and tried to beat them up, and then you got your butt whooped.
And it couldn't have been my children that you attacked. Yeah. Because after them kids beat you up, I was coming to beat you up.
That's what if I had.
And I'm bringing all their aunties and uncles with me who ready to ride. So,
I would do that too. Like if I find out my kid, and I don't have any, but if my kid got messed with by an adult and they whipped it, like, congratulations, you're not grounded. Now come here, I'm about to get round two.
Child.
It's a sad world we live in, folks. But like I say, you know, when you do your peaceful protest or your protest, we understand it. We understand it. Speaking of something I don't understand,
what had happened was.
Tell us about it. What you don't understand?
Sherri Shepard.
Sherri.
So if you guys don't know,
Sherri
Shepard's talk show was canceled.
After 4 seasons.
After 4 seasons. I think this is a bittersweet moment. I'm kind of sad because Sherri Shepard, when she was forming her show, I feel, this is just my opinion, she had a kind of not a hard upbringing with her building the show. She is sort of the replacement for Wendy Williams in a way, right? Some people might argue that, but she was like the next person to step in line for Wendy Williams when Wendy Williams stepped down from her show because she needed to, you know, kind of take care of her health and do other things. I feel bad for Sherri Shepard because that's actually one of the talk shows that I genuinely enjoy watching. Yeah. It's not to say that I don't like the Jennifer Hudson show, but for me, Sherri Shepard, I feel like Sherri Shepard had it to where she could interview people, but it's it's more authentic.
Yeah, she's naturally a comedian too, so she was able to give us lighthearted fun and love with it. And I'm like you. I like Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, no shame
well.
on
Like,
J Hood, but
I like the spirit tunnel with Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
I like the caliber of guests she has on. I like the music when they had their
Right.
singing moments. Her level of asking questions though is just what throws me off. They be so elementary, basic stuff. And I'm like, Jennifer, you got this person here that you can ask anything
dig
to.
in.
You can really dig in. You like, so why you wore that yellow shirt? I'm like,
what? Who cares?
Jennifer.
Come on, Jennifer.
So like,
dig in.
it'd be like, we got to. This is a real opportunity for us to ask them, And that I'm not, we don't know whether they have pre-screened questions that but like even if that was the question, it's like, oh, ask me my shirt. So I see you wearing this now. What designers and what inspired you to go with this design? Like, ask some questions with some. It'd be so superficial.
I think so.
So what made you wear that yellow shirt? I'm like
okay,
Jennifer.
I think, and I say this, and maybe because we're just we're podcasters. Like when I see a lot of podcast shows and they have like guest celebrities, obviously it's a power play. They're trying to promote whatever project. We got that. But like, if you look at Rory and Mal, Joe Budden, Breakfast Club, they dig in them questions. Like, yeah, you promoting this album, you promoting a movie, but we want to dig into it. And I feel like Sherri kind of digs into it, or she used to still kind of dig into it, but she has to keep a little Hollywood because she's on national TV and whatnot. I get it. But I'm really sad that her show is canceled. But I honestly think Sherri has made her mark, and she made her viewership. She could turn to podcasting.
I think that's
she can do her own
thing.
thing.
And someone talked about that. I saw in her comments, someone said just take whatever you were doing there, take it to podcasting.
Yeah.
Be like, well, maybe she doesn't have the backing to do, have her own studio set up and all that kind of stuff. Like, she's already interviewing people like one-on-one or maybe a few at a time. It don't take a big studio for that.
It don't.
Set up a couch and a long couch and one little desk, like
maybe
David Letterman style.
Yeah.
Some lights, some camera, get you a producer, get you like a PA.
Yeah.
And then like a light and sound person. Like it can be a 4-person
It could be a four
production crew, and y'all can get the stuff going. So she still has that in like she came from The View, so I think she'll land on her feet wherever, and she's an amazing actress.
She's so good.
I love her performance in Straw and Tyler Perry's
Straw. Yeah,
like
she did
I really love that, and that's not the only film. She's done a lot of comedy films in the past. But that one really showed her dramatic range. Yeah. And so I think Sherri Shepard would be fine wherever she falls.
I think so.
But it is sad that her show's going on because I never got to really sit down and watch a full episode. But I would always see her clips and stuff, and I would always stop and watch them. So I'm sad about that. And she also highlighted a lot of different people, especially Black folks, with different, regular people doing organizational work and stuff like that. So she'll be missed.
Do you think more shows are getting canceled? Like, I mean, God forbid, like, because I think Kelly Clarkson's show is canceled too. I think.
I haven't heard that.
I got to read back on it, y'all, because I'm not too sure. I think I saw a post because they did Sherri Shepard and Kelly Clarkson. I think her show was also canceled because I think they're in the same kind of network too. I wonder, will more daytime talk shows be canceled? Because it might have been that the studio can't afford it, right? A lot of shows get canceled because budget. They got budget cuts because the viewership is a certain number. Sherri might have a high number, but it's not super high, so we got to cut it, So I wonder if it's that, because she had something there. Even if she doesn't do podcasting, I feel like she could go to a different network or a different channel. True. If she don't do that, podcast.
I would love to see something with her and Kim Whitley, because they're best friends.
Oh yeah.
I would love to see them do like some Kim and Sherri take the road, like a what's it called, a road trip, them going to people's homes and doing some investigative work. I would love to see, because them two are hilarious together.
Yeah,
I love their relationship together.
That'll be dope.
Yeah,
that'll be dope. Yeah. But shout out to Sherri Shepard.
Yeah,
we love it. We love it. And speaking,
what had happened was,
of celebrities,
yes,
did you see Miss Serena Williams?
I did see Serena.
Oh, she looked different.
She looked very different.
So if you guys don't know, Serena Williams, she took to social media to show off her incredible new body transformation. Now, if you guys remember Serena Williams back in the day, she tennis star, right? She she had a little
She's muscular,
muscular,
curvy.
a little curvy. She got you working with a little something, something.
Yeah.
But now she posted on her social medias, and it's on. We're seeing this from Hip Hop Now TV, that she is looking a little bit more slimmer.
Yeah.
She looks slimmer. The only thing though, I hope that she doesn't lose too much muscle, because when you lose muscle, and maybe you might be a better answer for this one than I can. But when you were fit and muscular and you lose it, then it just kind of turns into like a blubbery kind of like saggy kind of thing, unless you get it kind of removed.
You just lose the muscle tone.
You lose the tone a little bit, and that's the one thing that kind of scares me with Serena Williams. Not to say that she has to stay muscles and stay being a tennis star, because she's been, Grand Slam champion. She's did her mark already in the tennis field, right? That's the only thing. That's the only caveat that I have. Like, ooh, don't lose too much of the muscle, but I get it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of celebrities are slimming up. I really want to see what her workout regimen looks like, because I bet she works out.
Well, and
really
she's
heavy.
also on those commercials where she talks about taking a GLP-1 with Roe.
I forgot she was doing
because
that.
Her specific thing in that commercial, she said, some people say that Roe is a cheat or something like that. She said it's not. It's science.
Interesting.
So
totally forgot.
She talks about being on it. That's helped with her weight loss, especially after having her second baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a lot thinner than what we're used to. Like I said, we're used to her being more muscular and curvy, and it's her prerogative of her body, what she wants to do with it. But it's very telling in the comment section like how people feel about it. Some people are like, oh, I miss the old Serena. Her muscular, more toned and curvy body, like she's too thin. So people are gonna have their opinions about that. And when you live in the public eye, people are gonna say what they want to say.
They say the same thing with Lizzo, and let me tell you, I am really proud of Lizzo, because I think she's, and along with Meg Thee Stallion too. Like they haven't used any medication. They're genuinely in the gym, clanging, banging, lifting weights, doing the thing. So it gives me giddy when celebrities are just being more cautious about their dieting and their weight tone. But this is very interesting. I wonder. I can't wait to see her when she's like out in public and like going to a award show or something, to see what kind of outfit she's rocking with, to see what because unfortunately people gonna have some negative things to say. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen.
And I think it's more of the shock factor, because like I said, we're used to her being
the
curvy and muscular. Like, for instance, when we see Tiana Taylor is very thin with a six pack and everything. And every time you see her comments, it's always, oh my God, body is T, snatch this and that, right?
Because her body, let me tell you.
and at the same time, Serena is about the same size as Tiana Taylor right now. But because it's so drastic of a look, we've always seen. Except for my Sweet 16 in her early 20s, you saw Tiana with a more fuller face, right? And now she's been more, she's more chiseled out as she gotten older, but she's always been thin kind of body frame. Yeah. But people will go on her page and oh, body T, this and that, and she look good. Ooh, I might have to cheat on my husband for her. Like you see all these comments. Yeah. But Serena is in the same body frame right now, and people are just like, oh, this is too much. You lost too much weight and stuff like that. That's why I always tell people, do what's best for you, because people going to talk about you either way. And people are going to talk about you in a way that's inconsistent because you are not in the body that they like. Because somebody else can have the same body, but it's just they like that body with that person. And so I'm like, dude, don't let people dictate how you need to live your life and what you need to do for your health.
Yeah, that's true. Well...
But moving on.
Hey.
What you got next up on our docket? You were telling me something.
I'm trying to hold on.
You said PepsiCo, they're lowering their prices on their Doritos.
Oh
and
yeah,
Cheetos.
yeah. PepsiCo. Again, if you guys, and I thought this was very interesting because it kind of makes sense. Now I don't really eat all this stuff anymore because I'm on that health kick. But PepsiCo is lowering prices on Doritos, Lay's, and Cheetos. More by up to 15%. New prices will begin appearing in stores this week, right in time for the Super Bowl. I think it makes sense if they're lowering those prices and getting better prices when it comes down to it for the Super Bowl, because a lot of people are going to buy these things. But I also understand that a lot of people, I think this goes into the approach of people finding alternatives.
Yeah.
Right? Things, even if it's a healthy kind of thing or if it's a cost effective kind of thing. Now, I'll be the one to tell you on this podcast, besides my meal prep from Factor, shout out to them.
Y'all trying to be a sponsor?
Yeah, if you're trying to be a sponsor, Factor, come on. Y'all know y'all want to.
First and last shout out. Come
Crunch
on
know they want to be a sponsor too. They shot. But I try to find the alternatives when it comes down to pricing. Now, again, I don't eat potato chips like that anymore. I just don't. But I do find alternatives with a lot of things. Whether it's cleaning products, not tissue. You can't go cheap on tissue. Now, granted, I use dude wipes, and let me tell you something. Dude wipes just it does something to you. Just
get up a day.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but just tissue and toothpaste. You don't want to go. You want to buy what you buy because that stuff you got to use like physically. But when it comes down to cleaning products, what's the alternative, right? I think a lot of people are doing that because again, we are in still a tough economy. A lot of people can't afford the Doritos brand if you got the Doritos logo and the chips are they're not $5. I'm gonna use it. They're $5.
Yeah.
When they can find triangles for $2, right?
True.
It's the same thing with cereal. You notice how cereal have like the Cocoa Puffs and the Reese's Puffs and all like the tricks and like the main brand, but then you've got what's that one? Brown circles. That's what it's called. That's what that alternative is called. That tastes.
These are tricks. These are treats.
Yeah, they taste just like the actual brand, but then they have to kind of,
These ain't Fruit Loops. These fruit holes.
Fruit holes. Fruit circles.
Fruity holes.
Yeah, a lot of people. It's alternative. So these companies are realizing they're saying, okay, we're losing money because people are not going out to buy our products because it's so expensive. Yeah. Right? A lot of people find these alternatives. So that's why they have to lower them prices.
Well, for y'all who still eat all that, because I haven't eaten any chips and stuff like that. The only thing I'll eat from time to time since the new year has come in has been the white cheddar popcorn. From is it Smart Pop?
Skinny Pop?
No, but it's the white cheddar one in the black bag.
Yeah, I know.
But that's the only one I ain't like. There's certain things. I told my homegirl the other day. I was like, you know what? I haven't eaten any fried foods since the new year came in.
I can't say I haven't because I have.
Now, although I was at Spink's the other day, Spink's gas station got some of the best fried chicken. My heart, my spirit said, you want a 2-piece. And I said, I looked at my shoulder. I said, spirit. No, I don't. And he's like, yes, you do. Yes, I was like, no, I don't. I ain't had nothing since the new year. It was like, go ahead and break it. I was like, no, I ain't gonna do it. I got my gas and left. But I haven't had any fried foods. Eating better. Been working I'm physically stronger than what I was a few months ago, and I'm still working on cardiac endurance and stuff. Like I said, it's a struggle because I'm fighting against asthma, post-COVID lungs, and I have a heart valve condition. So once my heart rate gets at a certain high rate, it takes a second for me to catch my breath and get enough oxygen to my lungs. Gotcha. So I'm like, so in the past month and a half, I've I feel like at times I get winded a lot faster. Yeah. And I know last week I was talking about me falling on the ice and having to go to urgent care and all that kind of stuff. When I went last week, because I was in pain, my blood pressure was really high. It's like when people are in pain, your blood pressure tends to be high, but it's 150 something over 90 something, which my blood pressure typically sits around 120 over 70. Yeah. Within normal range, no problems. But this morning when I went for my follow-up, I wasn't necessarily I was in pain, but not like I was last week. And I was very calm and everything. Yeah. But my blood pressure was still sitting at 146. So I was like, okay. Yeah. Something going on. What's happening? So I have to keep check on my heart and things like that, but trying to stay active. And it's a mental challenge to keep pushing when you can't breathe or you feel like your heart and your lungs are in the next room. Yeah. And you're in here trying to so I'm trying to stay active. I'm trying to incorporate walking into my regimen each day, even if it's walking in my neighborhood. That's one thing my grandmother did her entire life. Every day she took a walk. Yeah. And when I was a kid, I was always take up until I got around 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
I would walk with her all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you get a teenager and you at grandma's house,
Yeah.
grandma go for a walk and your other little cousin go with her.
Right.
You know you got that phone to yourself as a teenager. You in that house is on that phone.
Yeah.
My grandma got to turn her air conditioner on because my grandma like to cut her little unit on. When she's walking, 90 degrees. Child, that unit is on. I be watching her like from the window. As soon as I see her getting up the driveway, I turn it off. So the house is cool, like so.
Yeah, my grandma. Nah, and she had because she was diabetic, so
yeah.
She couldn't
But walking itself is not just exercise. It's a great cardio, exercise, but it's also help toning. It tones the entire because your body is getting into it.
Yeah.
But it's also therapeutic. When I go walking, everything that's in my mind running around and everything I got to do, it calms me down and lets me think about one thing at a time to really work through them as I'm walking.
Right.
And it takes away from, oh gosh, I've been walking 45 minutes and didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
So. But on that note, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here. Y'all trying to keep us all night. Gosh.
We love y'all, but damn.
Well, we got to go.
What happened was,
Hey.
But thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all so much.
Again, I'm your girl, Evelyn Tisha, hostess with emotions with my boy Kennedy Lucas Patterson.
Boy, howdy.
And
what had
you
happened
can find
was,
us on Instagram at WHHW Radio 1 and on Facebook at What Had Happened Was Podcast. And you can listen anywhere you get your podcasts.
what had happened
was.
Make sure y'all tune in.
What had happened was,
Follow us.
Swaggy.
Everywhere.
Swaggy.
Everywhere.
Swaggy.
Swaggy.
Swaggy. Hey,
What
hey.
had happened was deuces.
Deuces, y'all.
Man.